Okay, so hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be presenting about stock valuation of Goto. My name is Raffi Nabil Andika. Okay, now let's start with the table of contents. We got company overview, chapter usages, objective of IPO, risk analysis, business environment, valuation, conclusion, and lastly conclusion and recommendation. Okay, so to start with company overview, Goto is the largest digital ecosystem in Indonesia, which their mission is to empower progress by offering technology, infrastructure, and solutions that help everyone to access and thrive in the digital economy. Their ecosystem provides a wide range of services, including mobility, deliveries, payments, financial services, and technology solutions for merchants. The ecosystem also provides e-commerce services through Tokopedia and banking services through its partnership with Bank Jago. Okay, next. This is the chapter usages. It's pretty general and pretty direct, so we're gonna skip this. Okay, so let's start with their merger. So in May 2021, Gojek and Tokopedia merged to form Goto, creating a comprehensive ecosystem that combines on-demand services, e-commerce, and financial services. So this strategic move aimed to strengthen their market position and leverage synergies across platform. And in 2022, prior to their IPO, they secured over 1.3 billion from global investor, and that explains why in 2022 their revenue growth is skyrocketed to 150%. And throughout all of those years, they kept on maintaining a pretty high revenue, and even though it's a bit fluctuative, their growth in revenue is always pretty high. Okay, so with their risk analysis, on the left we have got their stock movement. As we can see, after their IPO in 2022, their stock kept on decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. And on the right side, I've calculated their Sharpe ratio with their volatility of 80% and the returns of minus 27%. Their ratio is minus 0.4, so it indicates a high risk, low return, even a negative investment profile. So the amount of risk they're taking, so the amount of risk that the investors are taking is not worthy to their returns, and the numbers really explain themselves. Okay, next to their business environment. In here we're gonna compare Goto's business analytics to their industry, which includes Uber, Grab, and other companies that place in that industry. As you can see, Goto actually has a pretty high gross margin, and even higher than their competitors in the industry. But when it comes to others such as EBITDA, operating, pre-tax, and last the net margin, they always receive a negative in those areas comparing to other industry. This shows that Goto couldn't generate their revenue and operationalize it well, so that they can gain profit from it, and they just kept on having losses. Okay, next we're gonna start with the valuation. On the left side we can see the initial revenue. It pretty much explains itself, and it's pretty direct. As I've mentioned before, their changes is always pretty high, and in 2022 when they get an investment from investor, their revenue skyrocketed. And on the right side we can see their free cash flow, or their FCFF. And interestingly, their FCFF is always on the negative. And as you can see, on 2022 when their revenue skyrocketed by 150%, their free cash flow is also becoming worse. This shows that an increase in revenue in Goto means that an increase in their cost as well. So they couldn't operationalize their revenue pretty nice, and they couldn't gain a profit from it. Okay, now starting with their projection. For this projection, I use a forecast.linear formula in Excel, and the reason why I chose that formula is because, well, according to our discussion before, we know that Goto always maintains consistent changes in their revenue, but the problem is every time their revenue increases, their free cash flow kept on decreasing as well. So the problem is not that they have a low revenue, but the problem is on their operating margin. So the reason why I chose to use the linear one is because it maintains changes. It maintains their changes in revenue, but still in a feasible and conservative way, because I feel like that's what Goto needs, a more conservative move to the revenue so that they can focus more on cutting costs and also other margins in order to increase their free cash flow. I was thinking about using a CAGR as well, but I think it's a bit oversimplified for this matter, and they don't take into account the volatility of Goto, which is, as we all know, and as I've mentioned before, it's 80%, which is pretty high. And as we can see, using that formula in Excel, their changes is pretty steady, and they keep on increasing in projected revenue. And for the operating margin in 2030, I put 10% is the estimation from the industry operating margin. From here, the operating margin of the industry is 8%, and I assume in few years later it will be around 10%, something like that. And there we can see the EBIT. Okay, next, this is the revenue changes and the sales per cap. For the sales per cap, I put 2 rupiah, which means that every 1 rupiah of their shares sold, they gain 2 rupiah revenue, which isn't bad. And as we can see, by using those changes in the projected revenue, their FGFF gain positivity for the first time in 2027, when their operating margin reaches around 7%. So after that, discounted FCFF, we're gonna skip that, and then we go to the intrinsic value. We calculate everything, intrinsic value, and then their share price. From that, we get their share price is around 33.73 rupiah, and their current close price from the market cap divided by outstanding stocks is 85.54. So the conclusion is their intrinsic value is way lower than their market cap. So from this calculation, they are highly overvalued. Therefore, the action is to sell or avoid buying stocks. So the recommendation for investor should be they should sell or avoid accumulating Goto shares at current market level, because the stock is overvalued. And even if they want to keep the Goto stock in their portfolio, I think they could consider to diversify their portfolio in order to reduce the volatility while waiting for their FCFF to turn to positive. Okay, so lastly, my recommendation for Goto is first aggressively cut operating expenses, because as we can see here, when they reaches 7% in operating margin, they can gain a positive in FCFF, not by increasing their revenue aggressively. Okay, so they can also improve monetization across ecosystem, optimize capex allocation, tighten working capital management, strategic pricing, and lastly, show progress in FCFF and not just revenue, as I've mentioned before. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much, and thank you.